They get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Mayfield drops it off for Chubb, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Mayfield to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2nd and 8. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the gun, Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Browns! Nick Chubb. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Jackson.
He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again. But you have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Mayfield.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They go play action with Jackson. Flushed out right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And now off to the races, down the right side, past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD.
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Mayfield on play action.
They'll get that complete to Alberto.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And that's just a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And, Charles, this defense, I have to imagine, kind of licking its chops when you get a chance to face a team that's lost 3 straight.
And my surprise was listening to their head coach in his weekly presser, because normally you and I see guys that get up there and say, everybody's a threat any given Sunday, that sort of thing. But he was asked if this might be a trap game, and he essentially said he didn't see anything to worry about. Now, normally you say that to your team, but you don't tell us. You definitely don't say it to the media.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Mayfield off the play fake. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Play action. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll find Hall. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
They can't tackle him. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it as this season has gone up.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking of...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The Browns drive about to get started.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win. But we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Mayfield now.
Got a man. It's Schwartz complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Going to the air again with Mayfield.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. They go play action. Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And he's got some space here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Cleveland offense ready to go
as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Play fake. Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Brandon Stephens. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
Now left side on the swing pass. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 now.
Jackson.
He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now Get to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. They go play action now. Jackson. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now it's Jackson.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 15.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make it.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Man open, here is Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter as the Ravens push further out out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one.
And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Mayfield. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Looking deep for Julio. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Got an open man, it's Schwartz.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mayfield on 1st down.
He'll find Schwartz complete right side.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Mayfield with it once more. Touchdown, Browns. Odell Beckham. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah.
And this is, oh, my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Ravens 49.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Mayfield on play action. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. So how about that for the chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Mayfield this time gets it off to Chubb and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Mayfield. And now here is another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Ravens will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Play action. It's Jackson. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Flushed out right. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. To throw is Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down. Jackson from the shotgun.
And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great cut. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Jordan Smith, what a play by him. That's a loss of 17.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Do you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
An opening for Chubb on first down as he dashes forward for about 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And they will take a knee here. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.